Why not? Hell, as I said before, why am I wearing this scarf? And why is Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor? They had so many good contenders for this role. Billy Zane, Joaquin Phoenix, Bryan Cranston, and it's that dude from The Social Network. I mean, he's a Jimmy Olsen, for God's sakes. I mean, I don't know where this movie is going. First, everyone had their panties in a bunch over Ben Affleck. Then it was Gal Gadot. And now they cast the guy that played Mark Zuckerberg as Lex Luthor? Okay, yeah, he sort of played Lex Luthor in The Social Network. I mean, this greedy guy that steals an idea from his friend and becomes rich. I mean, are they really trying to piss us off? I'm wanting to take to the streets here. I mean, in 6 months, are they gonna announce, okay, this is the real casting, this whole thing with Ben Affleck and Jesse Eisenberg, it's been a big joke. Here's the real casting. We've got Josh Brolin as Batman. I mean, but overall, this is Henry Cavill's movie, so it might, quote me if I'm wrong. You are free to quote me if I'm wrong. Ben Affleck's performance as Batman might not matter because it's a Man of Steel sequel and it's Henry Cavill's movie. And the character Lex Luthor, I've been waiting to see the corporate Lex Luthor. I mean, not the underground criminal that was portrayed in the Christopher Reeve movies. I mean, I'm talking that guy that's gonna put on that green mobile suit and just bam the shit out of Superman. I mean, that's what I want to see. I mean, Gene Hackman was great. I mean, I guess the whole mad scientist thing just didn't flow. And he played this underground criminal that was very comical. John Shee took it a bit further in Lois and Clark, but Michael Rosenbaum was one of the best Lex Luthors because he was a key character on that show. He was such a rich character. And with Jesse Eisenberg, they want to go back to the idea that Lex Luthor and Clark Kent were once friends. And there was that Superboy comic where Lex Luthor was doing an experiment and Superboy swooshed it and he lost his hair. They did something similar in Smallville. He lost his hair the day that the meteors fell, and him and Clark Kent were friends in high school. They never determined exactly how old Lex Luthor was. I always assumed he was 4 years older than Clark in Smallville, but it didn't matter because they had this 26-year-old playing a 15 and 16-year-old. But I do not want to see, and they're talking about it, it's been mentioned that Jesse Eisenberg won't shave his head and he'll just be Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, he's up there with Michael Cera. And I've also heard rumors of him being some tattooed street thug. I mean, the news about Batman vs. Superman has just been getting worse and worse since its inception. And don't know what's going to happen, because Christopher Nolan has backed out, and they switched writers. I mean, this movie could crash and burn, or DC could ruin their chances at having a cinematic universe, a shared cinematic universe. I mean, it's like they've done everything to piss us off here. I mean, Ben Affleck being Batman, that's one thing. And Gal Gadot, as I've said, but I mean, once I heard about Jesse Eisenberg, I was just about ready to go to the streets. But the one thing I was happy with was the casting of Jeremy Irons as Alfred. I mean, that was a bit easy going. I was kind of hoping for Timothy Dalton, because I'm a big James Bond fan. But I'm sorry to drift off the subject, but I'm hoping they go back to that more subtle Alfred from the Burton Schumacher minus Batman and Robin, because I did not like Michael Caine's Alfred. He was way too intense. And I didn't like all those speeches, and I really hope they just go back to that simpler Alfred. But sorry to drift off the subject. I mean, not only that, but there is a slight rumor that its internet domain is Superman Fight or Flight. Just like there were so many good actors. There were also a lot of good titles too, but that slipped through the cracks as well. I mean, should I be rooting for Jesse Eisenberg? I mean, should I hope this works out? I don't see it. Everybody's mad. I mean, this made me furious. Only time is going to tell at this point, and possibly 2 weeks. They have said soon that we are going to see Ben Affleck's Batsuit and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman suit. Kevin Smith has been raving about Ben Affleck's Batsuit. He's been saying that this Batsuit is legit. And he's been an Affleck supporter for a long time, because Affleck was in Mallrats, but Chasing Amy, and they're good friends. And Kevin Smith, all nerds love Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith has been rooting for Affleck as Batman. He's just like, he's saying he can pull it off, and I've heard things like that his suit's going to be blue and gray, and it's going to look more like how it looks in the video games. But when those suits come on the internet, they might just crash the whole World Wide Web. Because the news of Batman vs. Superman has been getting worse and more ridiculous since its inception. And I don't know where it's going at this point. I just don't know.